Okay, here we go. Um, in just over a week, I think it's 9 days, Ahsoka is going to drop on Disney Plus. And if you're like, well, Werewolf, you've told us many times, you're tired of Star Wars and you're over it and, you're done with the whole thing. I'm going to say largely that you're correct. However, I would offer one word in retort, and that is Andor. I've recently sat down long after it dropped and got around to watching Andor because I had heard good things, that it wasn't all spectacle, so on and so forth, that it was great storytelling and great performances. So I sat down and I was just mesmerized by how fucking great it was. Fantastic stuff. And that has sort of rekindled my affection for Star Wars. I am actually in the middle of watching, well, not in the middle, I just restarted it yesterday, rewatching Dave Filoni's The Clone Wars. I'm enjoying it. I like that series. I've always liked that series. I've never had bad things to say. And one of the main reasons that I do like it is because it adds context to the prequels. I have 3 prequels here for right over here for The Clone Wars, and we don't have a Clone War. I'm like, where the fuck is the war? This series over 7 seasons gives you pretty much the entirety of the Clone Wars, and I love it. I love it. I love Rebels. I don't own them in physical media. At some point, I'm going to have to get them. That is certainly my bad. But that brings me to next week and Ahsoka dropping. So, I've been burnt by Mandalorian season 2 and what happened with Gina Carano, and I was tired of looking at Luke Skywalker. I'm one of the few people I was not happy to see Mark Hamill again come in at the end of season 2. I haven't watched season 3. I've missed the book of Boba Fett. It's just, it hasn't done anything for me, but Andor has revitalized my interest, and now I think Ahsoka is going to drop next week. And I'm expecting more spectacle because we're dealing with lightsabers and, things like that. It's not going to be the kind of procedural that Andor was. But I'm hoping for good things. I like Rosario Dawson, so I'm going to be there. And this channel is going to cover it episode by episode. I think the first 2 episodes drop in the first week. So that's kind of cool. But here we go. Hayden Christensen. Hayden Christensen is back. That sort of brings up bad memories in a sense because I've had a growing reevaluation of Hayden Christensen and his performance because of, even though he's not in it, because of the Anakin character that is in Star Wars, in the Clone Wars. But then he came back for Kenobi, and Kenobi was just like, wow, I think that was, for me, the straw that temporarily very severely strained my back. But now he's back. He's back for this again, and I'm hoping for good things. So let's get right at it. This is from Forbes magazine. Hayden Christensen is doing a great Clone Wars voice for Ahsoka in new trailer. And this is by Paul Tassi, senior contributor over there. This dropped today. I was pretty bummed that Hayden Christensen barely got to do anything in Obi-Wan short of a flashback and walking around in Vader armor. And there was a scene in the first episode where Hayden Christensen is in the brown robes with the hood on, the Jedi hood. He almost appears like a specter, like Satan in the desert, and it scares the crap out of Obi-Wan. And I thought, wow, if they had done it like that, that would have been fantastic. They didn't, and the rest is history. But let's keep going. Now that appears to be changing to some degree for Ahsoka. No, I doubt he'll be a major player given how far into the future and after his death the show is set. But the latest trailer shows that he will be a part of the series and probably already has more lines than he did in Obi-Wan. And I kind of hope that they don't de-age him. I'd be okay with looking at an older Hayden Christensen, an older Anakin. I'd be okay with that. Or if you only de-aged him slightly, you don't have to make him into a teenager again. No big deal for me. What's interesting, however, is that Christensen seems to be paying direct homage to the much-praised performance of Matt Lanter, who voiced Anakin in Clone Wars and is credited with giving a lot more dimension to the character than George Lucas's prequel trilogy allowed, which is everything that I've just said. I'm just reading this article for the first time, but that's everything that I said, really fleshed it out. You can hear the intonation of Christensen echoing Clone Wars Anakin. Sorry about that. It's still his voice, of course, but him instructing Ahsoka in a flashback / voiceover really does have significant echoes to Lanter's performance mixed with his own voice. It's very cool to see. Stupid. Here we go. And I'm not going to get into the trailer because I always get hit with a copyright claim, and yeah, that's just where I'm at with my my channel and my 300 plus subs. 338, I believe, and I'm happy for every one of them, but it doesn't provide you a lot of protection like the bigger channels get. The new trailer for Ahsoka showcases the full cast, and you've got a lot of the Rebels holdover. It looks like we're going to see Admiral Thrawn. I'm psyched about that. Looks like we might see Ezra Bridger. That will be cool. The new trailer for Ahsoka showcases the full cast and Ahsoka using her signature double blades in a fight against Ray Stevenson's Balin Skull. Rest in peace, Ray. Yeah, man. Ray Stevenson, always a stud, always a hero. Great to see him. I think this is his last role. Bless him. I hope he's up there smiling down on us. The trailer also promises that, quote, a new Jedi will rise, end quote, which I suppose could be referring to Ahsoka or Ezra, but they are all Jedi, considering that Clone Wars / Rebels is considered canon in the new Disney universe. So who knows, maybe they're going to spring a new Jedi on us. Despite the large variance in quality between Disney Star Wars series, this is what I've been saying, Andor on the good end, Book of Boba Fett on the bad. I didn't see Boba Fett at all, like I said, so I doubt I'll be getting around to it. I think there's a lot of hope that Filoni's Ahsoka will deliver, bringing to life a beloved cast of characters from the animated series. This guy's a fan, while integrating it with live action guest stars like Christensen's Anakin, who is also trying to channel his animated alter ego, it seems. Ahsoka is out on October 23rd, and we'll see how it comes together in the end. The casting seems on point, and we'll see if this new post-OG trilogy era of all these characters works out in the end. I got fingers crossed. I very much hope that it does. Ditto. And that Christensen finally gets some time to shine alongside the main cast. So, yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that it works out. I'm looking forward to this series. Keeping a good thought. Disney nowadays not doing themselves many favors with these Marvel movies, but they were smart enough to bring in, Tony Gilroy for Andor. And I hope the strike ends soon so we can get back to season 2 of it, because I really love that series. I'm going to see if I can find a copy of that on Blu-ray, because these digital libraries are so fickle. And I believe in, being able to pop in anything I want, anytime I want. All right, that's my video. What do you think? Is it going to be good? Are you going to watch it? Like the video. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. One-word comment is fine. Subscribe to the channel. Help me to get to 339 subs. In a perfect world, I'd like to try to get to 500 so I can start to monetize this bad boy. I'm in my 3rd year, but I appreciate all your views and your likes and your comments just the same. I'll see you in the next video. All right, have a good one, everybody, and don't watch shitty stuff.